All right, we're all good to go. Hey guys, what is up? Oh, let me grab the microphone real quick. Hey guys, what is up? It is your favorite inconsistent podcaster ever, Jim John. Today we actually have a special guest, Charlie. Charlie Tip Henry. If you would have actually showed up today and actually came to play basketball, you'd be here right now in this podcast episode. But you didn't either of those things. You didn't even show up to basketball. So here we are again, episode 7, I think now. Nobody, but it doesn't matter. Okay, this is gonna when we do get a guest, it'll be like the best podcast ever. Okay, I've just been soloing. All right, you, I was gonna say something out of pocket. Now I gotta chill out on the podcast. The things that I say sometimes. Okay, sometimes, not everything, but just what I had in mind was pretty bad. But yeah, hey guys, what is up? How's everybody doing? You know what I'm saying? Did you get a haircut? Still not wearing any socks. Just raw dogging actually. My clogs. Had them for a year. Still very comfy. I love them. Birkenstocks. Sponsor me. But today's episode is going to be a little different. We're going to be talking about a lot of different things. Obviously, GymCast. We have to talk about the gym and all that. And we won't be talking too much about ourselves, but we're going to be talking about all sorts of topics today. With number one, we're going to be talking about gym brands. Okay, well, that's Spider-Man. Gym brands like Darc Sport, Young LA, all that. We're also going to be talking about gym trends. We're going to get a little bit into the Angel Reese and Caitlyn Clark thing. And the Knicks. The freaking Knicks, man. I can't express to you the videos that I've seen with Adrian Wojnarowski and then the random Pacers fan who got demolished by trash bags. That is out of pocket. That is insane. And then we're going to get into Karl Anthony Towns. Karl Anthony Towns, bro. You might be the most chameleon person ever because the way you switch your voice every single time and now you got a New York accent, we're not doing that, okay? We're not doing that, dude. I don't know who your PR, I don't know who your voiceologist is. You need to tell them just one voice, okay? You're high pitched, okay? It's cool. You know what I'm saying? Got a little funny mannerisms. Ain't nobody judging you, cat. You still the big cat. You're still big purr. Okay, so I've been wanting to talk about this for a while. Today we're going to be talking about gym brands. And what better brand to start off with than Darc Sport? One of the coolest brands when it first came out. It was one of my favorite things to just wear. I had a blue hoodie. There's a picture. I'm sure there's a picture of me on my Instagram where I'm wearing the blue hoodie. And I love that hoodie to death. And I had a couple of their first couple shirts. I started wearing Darc Sport in 2021. They did a drop for the Olympia, and after Sebum won, and I was like, I have to cop some merch. I have to. This is sick. So it wasn't like Sebum licensed, but it just had to do with the Olympia, and I thought it was super dope. And I really loved how flattering, number one, the shirt was. It's my first time ever having an oversized shirt. I mean, growing up my whole life, I always wore shirts that were 2X, 3X, 4X, but they were never long. Like I grew up wearing Nike shirts, and if you're a taller person, you know that a Nike extra large, like if you dry it, that you're done. You can't dry Nike shirts. Hang dry only because they will shrink on you. And that was my first experience with the oversized shirt that I was like, this is amazing. Why isn't every shirt like a shirt that actually goes past my belly button when I raise my hands up? That is one of the or that doesn't go past my belly button, or Happy Trail for that matter. I feel like a godsend to me. People used to roast Justin Bieber back in the day for wearing oversized shirts, 4X shirts, hanging out with Diddy. I mean, now we know he's really wearing those shirts to cover his ass because Diddy's one of them ones and not a good one. So Shout out Justin Bieber. It looks like he's still going through it. Like the white guy said on a TikTok, that boy Biebs is looking rough. But I digress. I love the quality of the shirts too with Darc Sport. They were thick, they were oversized. The quality was, it was like a nice, when you get a black shirt like from Target or you get a black shirt from Walmart, it looks great the first time you wear it, but after you wash it, looks pretty rough. Starts to look gray. But with Darc Sport, that just never happened, and I loved the quality of their clothes. A couple things led down the path where we're at now in 2020, the big 2025, 4 years later, where Darc Sport isn't cool anymore. It's not cool. It's not edgy. It's not creative. It's not fun. People are dogging on it, and it sucks because I love Darc Sport. And some like this shirt, the Spider-Man drop, had to cop it, okay? Could they do a little bit better with the designs? I think they could. I don't think their designs are bad. The quality has gone down. But before all of that, we have to talk about the biggest catalyst, TikTok. With so many people getting more and more into the fitness scene, like the grungy, like edgy kind of shirts, they're just not in right now. And I don't know if it's because everybody's, a lot of different diversities or diverse people are working out. People want something different. Some stuff just doesn't look cool. Or like it's a thing where all the Darc Sport athletes do compete in the Olympia. They're all big. And if you're a skinny guy, you're gonna look at that and be like, oh, these guys all blast gear, they're so corny, blah, blah, blah. That's realistically, that's probably some people's real thought patterns. They're just too insecure to say it. Like I really don't think Darc Sport does anything too cringy to warrant the absolute demolition of the brand. Okay, they did a couple cool things. I got to give them credit for the LA Fires. They gave out a ton of free clothing. They supported people in that, and I think that's super cool. They're big on family. I think any brand, if you look at any brand, you realize there are cornballs, there are people that are weird, that do shady stuff. I don't think that I can say that I've heard or seen anything to warrant that kind of stuff. Like Young LA, I got beef with Young LA. They literally have an athlete on there who's on video for beating his cats, like physically harming his cats, and the brand got rid of him because people were calling him out for it. And he has a code again. He was wearing one of the latest drops. He's getting money from, and it goes to show, okay, that at the end of the day, like certain brands just don't care. They just want your money. And I gotta be with Young LA. I feel like an idiot because I did support Young LA for a little bit. I got the Trend Twins drop because I thought it was super cool, like the Trend Twins. But I just can't support a company like that. And like the athletes on there, do what you got to do. If you can separate their decisions, I just think like in good faith, I just can't support a company like that. So, you know what I'm saying? Young LA, for me forever. I'll be shopping with other brands. I've been looking at Gymshark a little bit more, but even now, Gymshark kind of feels outdated. I'm like, I don't really know. Trying to think of something else. I think it's called AYBL or AVBL or something like that. I think they're predominantly a women's brand. It looks like their main focus is women's like leggings, sports bras, and whatnot. When I go on their page, it takes me a minute to get to the men's side. And their men's catalog doesn't look too big, but they have potential. I really am a big fan of colors and quality. Like there's some brands that can really make a light colored shirt look really good, like Shaka Wear. They have a light blue that doesn't look stupid when you wear it. It complements, I think, a vast majority of skin types and skin tones. Whether it's like you're very pale, I think that light blue shirt would look really good on anybody. I think if you're brown, if you're like a dark brown, whatever, I think that would really complement your skin tones. Like I think they have a lot of shirts that complement skin tones very well, except olive green. I don't like the color olive green. You'll never really see me wear it. Just not a fan. especially if we go into a war. I'm not going to be wearing no damn olive green, and I'm not going to be getting drafted. Best believe that. Okay, we can send the rich people's kids. I ain't going to no damn war. And if I have kids, they ain't going to no damn war either. Okay, we're draft dodging. I don't know if I can say that. Allegedly, this is all alleged and non-serious conversation. Continue on with the dark sport thing, though. Yeah, it's a lot of younger people talking about how younger. Wow, I sound like a boomer. Like I'm gonna just refer to people because I don't really think they're all younger. It's people. I think one tired of the quality. Okay, I've seen a lot of people complain about the quality, and I have to say they're right. The quality's just gone downhill. The shirts are thin. They start to crumble after a couple washes. Um, God forbid you dry. If you don't air dry any of those shirts, you're fried. I'm telling you that right now. It's not going to be a good time. You cannot, like you legit you cannot dry these things in the dryer. You are cooked. Um, I've bought some of their shorts before. I'm not a really big fan. They were very, very heavy, the mesh shorts. And then I also got another pair of shorts. I don't know what type. They weren't like swimming trunk, whatever, but they were just super tight. Um, but I think too, a lot of people are just tired of the non creativity when it comes to certain collabs. They've had Street Fighter collabs, Spider Man, Dragon Ball Z. And it doesn't help that when the quality is bad, you just can't justify spending $55 on a shirt. Like, you just can't. And I think that's a big problem with a lot of brands. You can't expect people, the consumers, to like. And what world should $50 or $60 be the norm for a shirt? Like, let's be reasonable here. Like, we know that these are all sourced for a couple dollars. That these companies are y'all using the same blanks. And we know that you need the licensing and you got to pay athletes and blah, 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 blah. But like $55 to $60 for a shirt. And the quality sucks. We got to do something about that, man. That's just not okay. I I'm just tired of it. I really am. And I'm just tired in general. And I'm not trying to dog on dark sports specifically because Gymshark does it. Civil Regime does it. I'm trying to think of some other brands. Shoot. I'm not. Oh, Young LA does it. Okay, and I understand like these guys gotta, as a company, make their money, blah blah blah. But it just seems like at this point, it someone's willing to shell out 60, and that's who they're gonna market towards. So, and this has always been a very big complaint of mine. I'm not on the TikTok. I don't promote TikTok shop stuff, and I'm not saying that it makes me better or worse than anybody, but I'm just tired of people trying to push an agenda with supplements or like lifting straps, like all of these million different things that you can buy. And it's like, oh, if you're going to start the gym, you need this, 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 this. No, you don't. The whole point with lifting, with fitness, is to focus on your physical health. Okay. And yeah, vitamins and supplements do help. But when we get to a point where it's, you need this, you need this. If you don't have this, you're missing out on a million different types of gains. And we're trying to focus on the tiny, tiny, tiny little things like this powder right here. If you take it in the morning and then before you eat and then before you do this, it's going to maximize your protein synthesis and you're going to do this. And then you got like a 10-year-old kid in the comment like, should I get this or creatine? And there's a reply, you should get both. If you don't get both, you're missing out on gains, blah, 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 blah. What are we doing? Okay. I feel like a lot of people just keep trying to push products, and that's fine. It is fine. Like, if that's what you want to do, do it. I'm not trying to stop anybody from getting their bag, But when we're starting to lose the point of lifting, what are we doing? Okay? You got people clowning other people like, bro, you in comments, like, bro, you don't use wrist wraps when you're doing lat pull downs. Like, you don't wrap the thing and then do lat pull downs. You're missing out on gains. Your forearms are gonna give out. Blah 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 blah. Straps are cool and they help, but it's like, what? We're just gonna keep. I don't know. I just don't get it. Sometimes I really don't. I got a lot of problems with the fitness community, especially with the science-based lifting community. It's like the people in it don't even look good, let alone I don't think they could run a mile or bench 225, okay? And there's nothing wrong. Lifting is science, whether or not you want to believe it. Lifting is science. But again, I don't know if it's just rage bait or trolling, but if we're just constantly asking people, what's your split, what are you doing, and then we're just going to completely take a dump on it, it's like when you're going to get into lifting and realize, like, wow, you got people thinking I'm doing everything wrong. Which, if you're David, you are doing everything wrong because you're still doing 10 sets of 20. Like, if I record, and I love David. David, if you ever watch this, just know I hate the way that you lift, and you keep thinking that I lift for strength when I don't. I don't. And I think a gym science bro, would have a field day with the way that your brain works. Because they'd be like, what is the thought process? How are we going to jump weight? I don't even want to get into all that because there's a million different things that we want to get into. But I think just as human beings, like, there's such an easy way to just explain things to someone if they even want your advice to begin with. Lulu, what? Lulu, go away. Get away. I'm recording. Lulu. You see what I have to deal with? Rude. Extremely. Lulu. Hey, Lulu. You stay. My bad. Getting away from that topic, though. Just like a small thing that bugged me. We'd already talked about a decent amount of things. Lulu, I just told you to get away. She pisses me off. Since we're already on like the topic of rage bait and just incel stuff, we got to get into the Angel Reese and Caitlyn Clark stuff, okay? They are not Larry Bird and Magic Johnson. Lulu, I just talked to you about this. They're just not. They're two very competitive basketball players who do different things. It's gone to a point where we're making it a white versus black thing. And I just have to ask why. Why? Legitimately, why? Caitlyn Clark is an amazing basketball player, and Angel Reese, in her own respects, is also a great basketball player. Okay? They're both in their second year. It's good for the game that these two people are hyper competitive, but we're trying to pin them against each other. When people are trying to pin them against each other and they have an ulterior motive, and you know what? No one can tell me that people aren't trying to push certain people, group of people, aren't trying to push an agenda with Caitlyn Clark because she's white. You know what that does? That you are discrediting Caitlyn Clark's ability. It has nothing to do with race. It doesn't. And there are people, I've seen the Facebook groups where they're calling Angel Reese ghetto. It's a real thing. It's a real thing. It's nasty. It's disgusting. We as a society in 2025, we know way too much about mental health, the causes, effects of racism, systemic racism, certain we have the ability on our phones to see whether or not or how certain countries are doing with the people. Like, for example, I'm gonna try to remember bombs being dropped in Gaza, people on TikTok recording. I can't do anything about Lulu. People recording their experiences. And you can't fake a girl live streaming on TikTok bombs dropping in her city. And she has nothing to do with whatever agenda is going on there. Nothing. We are too grown as people. We should think and love one another more than this to think this is acceptable. It's appalling sometimes to think about it that people really have this mentality where they look at Angel Reese, Caitlyn Clark, and it's white versus black. We have to push Angel Reese for to uplift the black community, or to do this or that, or we have to use Caitlyn Clark as a agenda to push our racist whatever motives. If you just let Angel Reese play basketball, let her do her thing. She's a young basketball player trying to get her money, trying to get her bag. You just let her play basketball. She'll be able to give back to the community and uplift the next generation of WNBA players, young black women, even young white women, Mexican, whatever. But instead, these two players are caught in this gross agenda by other people. And it's just not okay. We'll get off that topic because I know that's going to piss people off. The three people that watch this. And that's perfectly fine. If you're not comfortable with that topic, you don't have to listen to it, okay? I should have prefaced that from the beginning. If you're not comfortable with certain topics being discussed, fast forward the podcast. You're more than welcome to. You will not offend me. Best believe that. Um, but moving on from that, I got to say the NBA playoffs have been so damn exciting. Lulu, what are you shaboinging over there? Are you serious? Tyrese Halliburton is a dog, okay? If you watch that Pacers and Bucks series at the beginning, first couple minutes with Dame and Tyrese, before get healthy Dame tore his Achilles, Tyrese was searching for Dame in those matchups. He was trying to shoot over him, trying to get some buckets, playing defense. Like, he wasn't shying away. Really showed me who Tyrese is as a player. All respect to Hallie. What the helly? What the helly Burton? Yeah. I love the disrespect that was put on Tyrese Halliburton all year, saying that he's a pass first point guard. He can't get no buckets. He's an overrated passer. Blah blah blah. He's an overrated playmaker. Throw that out the window. You could throw that out the window. He is in the Eastern Conference Finals, and after that, Lulu. How many times do I have to tell you this, Lulu? You can't tell me Tyrese isn't good. He's an all-star. Whether or not you like it, Tyrese Halliburton is an all-star. The way he's able to create for others, get out of certain situations, turn something into nothing. He's not a Russell Westbrook in his prime. Russell Westbrook is going to dunk on you. He's going to, just the way that he moves is more flashy. I think Hallie's a little bit more stiff. He is a very tall point guard, but just his play style alone, I think, allows others to showcase their skills, like Nimhard, even Miles Turner. Who's the white guy on the team? I forget his name. He's a shooter. He's actually really good. I forget his name. Great shooter though. But he just creates a lot of plays. He can drive in traffic, believe it or not, get a pass off or dump it out to the corner, hit someone for an open three. Like, you could credit Rick Carlisle, the coach for the Pacers. Wait, is it Rick Carlisle, the coach for the Pacers? Why am I saying Rick Carlisle? That doesn't sound right. Coach for the Pacers doing a good job. But this playoff series has been one of the best that I've watched in a really long time. It's been super exciting. Trying to think of another one that was really good. Yeah, I think the one of the few ones that was pretty bad was the Miami Heat. That was a pretty bad series. That wasn't fun to watch. OKC, of course. I'm a Thunder fan. I've been a Thunder fan for years, 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 years. There's a picture of me deadlifting wearing a Kevin Durant jersey that I got from the mall. And I also had an old school, or now it's old school, the old navy blue Thunder where it's like OKC going down. Serge Ibaka has, when Serge Ibaka was on the team, he wore it too. Shout out Slim. He stole it, just never gave it back. So you owe me $60. Heads up. But the Oklahoma City Thunder are in the Western Conference Finals, and man, that last series was rough for the Thunder. There's a lot of really good moments, a lot of high highs, a lot of low lows. As a Thunder fan, I would have been happy with either team winning, because if Russ gets a ring, because I think Russ deserves a ring, man. He just plays the game the right way. He plays so damn hard. Like, I wish he was on our bench, having Alex Caruso type role, which Alex Caruso is a whole other story. That guy is a monster. One of the best pickups the Thunder have had in a very long time. He's just a dog, and I think he just deserves a ring, man. And I hope he has an opportunity to win one next year. It'd be amazing. Gary Payton type career, that would be cool. Although Russ wasn't known defensively, but if you don't know, Gary Payton did win a ring with the Miami Heat. So that's a cool fun fact for you. Who else? The New York Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals, and the Timberwolves. See, that's the thing, man. The Timberwolves are so damn good. I am an Anthony Edwards fan because he's a dog. He's a dog. On and off the court, stuff. Hey, man, this man needs the Supermax, okay? He's got to pay child support. He's cooked. But on the court, too, he's just an animal, man. Offensively, defensively, whether it's playmaking, whether it's having to switch on to whoever. Timberwolves have a really good defensive team and a scheme, too. Like, anyone on that team can switch, except Rudy. No. I'm not going to say that. Even Rudy Gobert can switch on a point guard and not get absolutely cooked. He can. Okay? And between this Thunder and Timberwolves team, the matchup, I'm having a hard time picking who's going to win. Okay? Because on one hand, I'm like, the Nuggets are a really good team. And even though they had their injuries, the Thunder still managed in moments to beat the dog water out of them. And I'm like, what's the common factor here? I think part of it has to do with Jalen Williams or J-Dub not playing and not having good moments. Shea has had bad moments too in that series. I'm not going to lie. I just don't know. It's one of those things where it comes down to play styles, and it's really going to come down to Shea and J-Dub, how well they're able to play when a Jaden McDaniels or Anthony Edwards, because that's deadly. Because if you're already getting hounded by Jaden McDaniels and you switch on to an Anthony Edwards or an Alexander Walker, like, that's hell. Okay? That's the equivalent of going to an LA Fitness or a Gold's Gym, and you got the 5'5", 5'6" Filipino guarding you. You know it's going to be hell. You just know. They can defend. And that's the thing. I can see this series going a couple different ways, where the Thunder are struggling to get shots off because the Timberwolves defense is just that damn good, which they really are that damn good. But the Thunder are also one of the best defensive teams as well. So I think the Timberwolves will have an easier time scoring than the Thunder, because the types of shots that J-Dub and Shea take. But I don't know, man. I don't know. This series is going to be, I'll know more after game 1 tomorrow, we'll know what the series is going to look like. And I'll be able to give you a better idea of how I'm going to feel about it. But Eastern Conference, Knicks versus Pacers. Knicks versus Pacers. It's going to be amazing. I am so excited for that matchup. New York fans, you guys are evil. You guys beat the bricks off a guy wearing a Pacers jersey. He was wearing a Pacers jersey out on the streets. You guys started pulling trash bags and beating this guy.
Oh, nah. Yo, y'all can't be doing fun shit mans like that. Oh, nah. Oh! Oh! What? That's crazy. Oh! Y'all wildin'.
I'm going to put a video so you guys can watch the video because it's actually insane. They literally pulled out big blue trash bags full of trash and threw it at him, beat him with the trash bags. And then they walked up to Adrian Wojnarowski and they said the following. That's another clip that's about to play right here. It's a wild clip, okay? But that's not even what I want to talk about. I mean, the whole reason we even got to the whole NBA clutter is because Karl Anthony Towns, I don't really know what to make of you sometimes, okay? Not on the court. I'm talking about off the court with the voice and the mannerisms. It's like the fake New York accent is crazy, brother. What are we doing? Like, what you need is an Omar. Okay? I pick up on new lingo sometimes and I'll say it. I call people nasty all the time. Like, yo, what's good, nasty? How you doing, nasty? Blah, blah, blah. That's cool. But if the voice starts to change a little bit because I've been watching a little bit too much TikTok or I've been doing a little something, homie Omar's going to be like, yo, you talking different. You walking different. Wait, that's not you, bro. Chill out. I'm like, all right, my fault. That's what you need. You need Jalen Brunson to tell you to chill out. Okay, I think Kat was actually trolling, but I'm going to put the video up because you have to watch it. Or I might.
To all my brothers that was with me at Rucker Park, all the brothers that was with me in all those AAU games in Tri-State, especially in New York.
I've already played it. It's just so funny. I love this NBA playoffs. It's been one of the best ones that we've seen in a very long time. And this NBA season has been a lot of fun to watch too. And I'm excited for next season. Go Thunder. Hopefully at the end of this, the Thunder are champions. If not, I really am happy with anybody winning a ring out of these 4 teams. Whether it's the Knicks, the Pacers, Wolves, or Thunder. Ant getting his first ring would be amazing for the league. Because whether or not Anthony Edwards likes it, he's going to be the face of the league. Shea and the Thunder finally getting a ring after the hell us Thunder fans have been through with injuries in the playoffs for star players. Westbrook getting hurt, Kevin Durant getting hurt, Serge Ibaka getting hurt. And then the rough years with CP3 and whatnot. It'd be sick. It'd be amazing for the game and for the Thunder organization to finally get a ring for all their hard work and just them doing things the right way. For the Pacers, it'd be amazing. Tyrese is a legend. If Tyrese wins a ring this year, he is a Pacers legend. He's one of the best Pacers players of all time. You cannot tell me different. And that is one of the all-time best Pacers teams ever if they win a ring. I don't want to hear Reggie this, Reggie that. Tyrese is all we're going to talk about when it comes to the Pacers. A legend. And then for the Knicks, same thing, man. Linsanity. Carmelo. It's going to be Jalen Brunson. One of these teams has to make it out of their respective conferences. And I can see it being Thunder or Wolves versus Knicks. That's going to be something else. It's going to be something else. So, yeah, man, I just wanted to come on here and just talk a little bit. I'm sorry that some of the topics were a little bit more serious, but they're just real and just things that I feel like I really needed to get off my chest. I'm trying to think if there are any other topics that I want to talk about today. But I don't really think there's anything going on too much. We have a video coming out here soon, like an actual workout video. It's been a while. We're able to do pre-workout reviews again. I've been drinking a little bit of pre-workout, not a whole lot, because obviously the heart thing. Got to make sure that I monitor that and then I'll end up dying. But that hasn't been going too bad. I'm very excited for the future of this channel. We're also going to be doing a brand new channel separate from this whole gym stuff. It's going to be called Anime John, where we talk about anime. So once that's up, I'll obviously shout it out on the podcast. And we also are trying to get something to work out with a company here in the Tri-Cities, sitting down with the owner of an upcoming company here. I think would be super cool, and I'm trying to make it work. So hopefully we get something like that out, and God willing, it works out. That'd be super cool. Gonna have a conversation with someone finally. Might have to get some party poppers, some tequila. We got plenty actually up there. That'd be super cool. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm very. It feels nice to talk about just things happening in the moment, and then actually being consistent in the moment and be like, okay, we actually got to upload this and do what we need to do. Okay. Eventually, once we get a better paying job, we'll have editors. So this will be so much more easier. That's the point we're trying to get to, where we have enough money that we can put money aside for an editor, have them pay for the YouTube videos and upload it for us. That'd be a huge help for the channel. So if anybody that I know actually is an editor, please reach out to me on Instagram, official Jim John, or Snapchat if you have my Snapchat. Literally just reach out to me, because I have been trying to find someone locally that does that, because that would be a huge burden off me, because I have a ton of content. I'm very good at making content. I'm just, the editing process to me, it's very hard. I have ADHD. Okay. I'm thinking of like a million different things. The last thing I want to think about is the editing. So if anyone out there, please hit me up. We'll make something happen. Okay. If we got to start OnlyFans, I'll start an OnlyFans. Okay. That's all right. That's a little too far. But if you're wondering what this green drink right here is, no, it's not spinach, kale, or lettuce. Oh my gosh. It's Diet Mountain Dew. It's Diet Mountain Dew. Woo. My goodness. Legit almost died right there. I'm going to play Fortnite now because it's 7:32 and I have to wake up at 3 a.m. to work. I want to play a little bit of Fortnite. But thank you guys so much for watching. I love and appreciate every single one of you guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you like today's video. I will see you guys in the next podcast. Please let the next podcast be like one where we have a guest. Please, I'm trying to make it work. Okay, but we'll figure it out. I'll see you guys in the next video. I love you guys so much. Peace. We gotta make sure we do it right, because I think a white girl did it wrong. She got beat up for that. So what the hell? What the hell? Hey, what the hell? He burnt? What the hell? LeBron James? Okay, Lulu, you can do whatever you want now. The podcast is over.